Okay, today I'm at one of my most favorite places to eat. They have the best margaritas around, and the vibe is to die for. I'm at Windsor Eats with the owner, Adriano Chodoli. Hi.
Hey, how are ya?
I'm great. I'm so happy to be here, minus a margarita.
We're working.
We're closed working today. How long has Windsor Eats been around?
Windsor Eats itself as an entity has been around for a lot longer than a lot of people realize. I actually started it back in 2004. We were essentially a search engine for local food, local drink in the area for anyone, because back then, I mean, Google really wasn't what it is today.
Yeah.
And I just sound so old saying that, but it wasn't what it is today. And so when people were searching for places to eat, it literally just gave you a list of restaurant name, address, phone number. Half of them had already been closed for who knows how long. So I kind of looked at it as an opportunity and created a hyper-local search engine for places to eat and drink, because it was my girlfriend at the time. You know, it's the same argument everyone has. Where do you want to go to eat? I don't know. How about you? I don't know. How about you? And then you go to like the same two restaurants over and over and over again. And so I took my IT background from St. Clair College, developed WindsorEats.com, and away we went. And then just kind of identified gaps until, you know, we started offering events, tours, festivals, and then in 2022 opened up our food hall.
And it's great because it's indoor and outdoor.
Indoor and outdoor. A lot of people don't realize we have an indoor.
I know.
Which blows my mind because you walk through it to get to the patio. But we have an indoor and an outdoor space. But yes, the showpiece is the patio. It's, I think, the largest in the city, with license for over 420 people. And we love like hosting so many events out there and live music and just kind of doing something different almost every weekend.
You really do. I mean, events, we're talking about, you just did Cinco de Mayo, and then your Mexican city at...
the Mexican Village for Carousel of the Nations. And a lot of people know us because of the Mexican events we do, but we do so many other ones as well. We do host my dog's birthday here, we are a pet-friendly establishment. But we do things like we do a beer festival, we do a cocktail festival. We've had movie nights by bringing in a big screen out onto the patio.
Which I've missed every time so far.
It's been great. Not that you've missed it, but or not that you weren't here, but like doing all these different events. And we even give our staff opportunities. I'm talking to a staff member right now who is really interested in starting a market. And we said, have a go at it. We will give you our support and everything that we know and our knowledge, and help you any way you need it to start a market.
Because you guys did that one a small one on Mother's Day.
Absolutely, yeah, we did a Mother's Day market, which was fairly successful. It was a busy day.
I ended up buying a bunch of stuff here. Yeah,
and great vendors like fresh cut flowers were on site for that for all the moms, and of course the margaritas and the Aperol spritzes were flowing that day.
Yep.
But we love doing little different things like that and kind of supporting not just our staff, but really anyone in the community. We have the space. We would love people to utilize it to host different types of events.
I've photographed events here, and it's a lot of fun, indoor, outdoor, you name it.
There's a lot of photographable moments here, or areas that people love. We're a very colorful and vibrant establishment.
It's true, but the thing is what's nice is you can hold an event inside, but it's not closing the business down because they can just go outdoors and...
Yeah, 100%. So we've actually built the site so we can do exactly that. We can do a private party inside. We actually have a wedding coming up soon. We do rent it out for weddings. We do micro weddings, so it's a short ceremony, a little bubbly and appetizers afterwards, and then away they go. But we can do that inside without even disrupting the patio or the food trucks outside, and people are still able to enjoy it.
And I mean, people can still travel indoor, outdoor if they're in the event.
Absolutely.
We should have had our wedding here if it would have been around at the time. That would have been perfect.
It is. It's definitely a different vibe for a wedding, but a lot of people are looking for something smaller and something a little more unique. And I think we offer that. I like to think we offer that.
And you want to have a nice, relaxed vibe. Like, there's nothing better. I love weddings. I love big weddings. They're beautiful. But I love small weddings as well, where you can just relax, enjoy yourself. I prefer a smaller one because then you can get to, hang out with everybody.
Absolutely. And I know from a work perspective, smaller weddings are great too, because the large ones can take a lot out of you.
Exhausting.
They can drain you, that's for sure.
Now let's talk about food trucks.
Yes.
How many do you have out here?
We currently have three food trucks on the patio. We have Dosamosa doing Indian food, Keru Snack Bar doing Japanese fusion, and Rico Taco doing Mexican food. And of course, they're like cult following for their birria tacos. But we do bring in a bunch of other vendors. We recently just had Roaming Flavors on site. We bring in other chefs or restaurants that want to test something different, and so they'll pop up here for a night or a weekend just to sample certain things.
Now, that one last weekend, who was that one?
That was Roaming Flavors.
Okay, John's very disappointed because they had the best Philly
They should
cheese
be back. They should be back, which is a good thing. They want to be back. We want to have them back. So
yeah, because
we're excited about that.
That tasted really good. I tried some of his, but I like the Rico Taco that. They still have like your poutines.
Yes.
Oh, their poutines are amazing.
And that was, much like any business owner, that's him kind of identifying what his customers were asking for or wanting in addition to the amazing tacos that he was doing. And he kind of, he had briefly opened another truck called Frylicious.
Yes.
And so he saw which dishes people were buying from that one, and when he transformed that, because Rico Taco has been so successful, into another Rico Taco truck to bring to festivals and events while he's still able to operate here. He took kind of those best sellers from the Frylicious menu and inserted them into the Rico Taco one, which you may find weird that there's a buffalo chicken poutine on a Mexican food truck and the mozzarella stick poutine.
But they were so good. Frylicious did have some really good sandwiches
Yes, they
too.
did. Yes, they did. Their steak one, I still dream about that one.
I know. That one event introducing them to as content creators, and I went home and I was so full, but I brought some for John. I'm like, I had to eat everything. It was
we like
just
to be
so
a little
good.
gluttonous when we're doing things, not just when we're showcasing some of the other chefs in the restaurants and food trucks, but even when we're doing our own events. We know the Windsor market. We've been doing this for so long, and so our focus is always quality. But I don't know, maybe it's the Italian culture in me and the eat, manja.
Yes, we appreciate that. The clothing stores appreciate that too. Always buying
we work
a
in
size
tandem
up.
with them and the gyms.
Now, are you doing? What was that June event you did last year where I kissed a fish?
Oh, the East Coast Kitchen Party.
That was fun.
That was a lot of fun. We're trying to finalize a date right now. It's looking like
fun.
Either August or September. But we're definitely wanting to bring it back. It was so much fun. And again, kind of the different events that we do. We did a traditional, East Coast kitchen party, as traditional as we can, without being in a kitchen or it's not really a kitchen party, but we had the fiddlers and the musicians playing music. We did the ceremony, the Kissing the Cod ceremony, where you can become an honorary newfie.
I am.
Yep. Oh, yeah. There's a great picture of that too.
I know. A reel of going in for two.
And we were absolutely, the amount of people that came out that wanted to celebrate their own culture of being a Newfoundlander. It was amazing to see them all come out and how proud and excited they were that there was an event for them.
We happened to just be here that night and saw it. And I know Six and Taryn. And when I saw that she was doing it, it's like, okay, why not? What the hell? I had already had a margarita or two, so I'll kiss the fish. But that shot, I'd rather kiss the fish than have that shot. That was
not
horrible.
a fan of Screech.
Screech was nasty.
All it is rum. It's just a type of rum.
Really cheap rum.
Oh, really cheap rum.
You could probably buy that at the dollar store this year.
There's a reason it's called Screech versus rum.
But it's stuff like this that is so much fun. And then they're open year round. So we had the winter, and there was a s'mores bar, hot chocolates. There was a lot of different stuff you did.
Oh yeah,
Wintertime too.
And we understand that, again, how I was saying before, that most people associate us with the patio. But because we're open year round, we try to do some fun things inside in the wintertime, and even still utilizing our outside space. So we have our little tabletop s'mores kits, which we now offer year round. So anyone can get them and ask for them, which is tough always having the chocolate and the graham crackers in the back ready
Without
to go.
eating them.
Yeah, when I'm sitting here working on other things when we're not open. But we also, in December, we completely transformed the entire space into kind of a like Christmas threw up everywhere. We did a Christmas pop-up here called Tinseltown, Windsor.
That was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun. The live Christmas music every single night.
Rudolph on the wall.
Oh yeah, like the old school films showing. And then even the whole menu was transformed into Christmas themed drinks. And that was extremely popular for us and extremely successful, that we are bringing it back this year. And we're even going to be doing it for Halloween this year as well. We're going to do a Halloween town pop-up for the entire month of October.
Oh, that'll be fun.
I'm excited about that one.
That'll be fun.
Although it's going to be a little tougher to find people to play Halloween music. I don't even know, is there Halloween music?
Yeah, the Monster Mash.
We'll just play that on repeat the whole night.
Heavy metal, why not? We'll find something.
And the French song, C'est Halloween.
Oh, I forgot about
those
that.
two.
And I mean, you've also hosted trivia nights, and there's always something going on. Trivia nights, you've had comedy here. I mean, this is the place to hold an event.
Oh, absolutely. And we try not to say no when people approach us about doing things. We always wished when we were starting out, and there were a couple people that started out, because after I started WindsorEats, my sister was helping me out. She came on board and has been a huge part of it since almost the very beginning. And so we kind of wish that there was more people willing to do that when we were starting out. So we always try to be as open and helpful as possible. I know we had Ken Brandis really helped us out. He was the organizer of Festival Epic here that used to be on the riverfront, that would get like 10, 15,000 people out for a food and drink festival. And he gave us the opportunity when we were just starting out, said, yeah, set up a tent, have a display, showcase what you're doing. And I like to think it at least gave the confidence to really start getting us going and get the ball rolling for us. So we want to do that for other people as much as possible. And when people like Jen Richardson approach about doing festival or doing comedy, 100%, let's do this. Yeah. Well, let's find a way to make it happen.
So we're just going to get down to the nitty gritty. Where the hell did you learn to make that margarita? Oh my God.
There was a lot of trial and error with that margarita. But it was really hard work, taste testing. We sat there and we were trying. So we tried so many different types of tequila, but then we tried all those tequila with either Cointreau or Triple Sec or Grand Marnier, and then we tried them all at different ratios with each one. So there was a lot of testing, and our margaritas are strong. They're strong, but
you get happy on one.
Yeah, I like to think it's one of the best margaritas I've had. Around.
It's true.
So we wanted to focus on that quality, even if the price is a little higher or whatnot. It was so good that we stuck with it, and we use an aged tequila as well, which makes it a bit smooth. And
it is
Cointreau,
really nice,
which makes it a bit smoother as well. We tried to be as authentic as possible with it.
Yeah, so it's not any of this sugary mix.
No, but that's just the classic, right? Like we probably have. Because we like to have fun, I mean, we have an event called Margaritas and Mojitos, which the menu just turns into 16 margaritas, 16 mojitos.
When's that?
I think that one's in August. I think it's in August or July. I can't remember off the top of my head.
July 22nd would be a good day. I'm not sure, yeah. 55.
We'll see. We'll get something going
55, baby.
Nice.
I'm having my birthday party here.
I was going to say that's an important age, but every year is an important age.
I survived.
I feel that every day.
So how many margaritas do you have right now?
We probably have recipes for like 40-ish. different margaritas. We have our staple 4 that always stay on the menu. We switch one in and out, but right now it's the classic, our jalapeno margarita, which is really popular as well. Right now we have coconut,
It's good.
but our strawberry shortcake is a very popular one as well. We used to have our classic used to outsell everything probably by like tenfold. And then the strawberry shortcake margarita came in, and that will outsell the classic some nights.
I've tried them all except for the spicy because I'm not a spicy person. So when I buy the flight of them, you always make or whoever makes a whiskey one.
Yes, the
And
Margaret.
you can't tell.
No, I like to think it's a
so
really
good.
good whiskey sour.
And I don't like whiskey.
No, it's nice though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's we call it the Margaret. Margarita's Canadian cousin, because we use a Windsor-made whiskey in it. But we wanted to put our own little twist on it. I mean, all the spirits that we use here, we try to use local or Ontario as much as possible. But all our gin, vodka, and all our whiskey is all Windsor-made. And so that's especially the whiskey side of things, because I mean, we call our the Windsor Whiskey Town, Canada.
Yeah.
We want to showcase that and still take a lot of our tour and history that we do through WindsorEats through the years and bring it into the space.
And then all of your beers and your other, like that's all local.
All local. Yeah, the
Or
beer
Ontario.
is half our fridge is usually local and the other half is Ontario.
Yep.
But it was interesting because when the LCBO pulled everything from the shelves, we were
So?
like, okay, let's look through everything. We didn't have to pull a single bottle
Yep.
away. So we kind of promoted saying, none of our recipes are having to change because we haven't even had to remove a single bottle from our shelves. But, from the very beginning of WindsorEats, over 20 years ago, it's all been about supporting local. And that was kind of just a friendly reminder that that we're still doing that.
They are great. And if you have the flight, don't drive.
Yes, and the flight. So if people are wondering and listening and watching about wondering, a flight, we do flights of margaritas,
Yes.
just like wineries do flights of wine or breweries do flights of beer.
Yeah, it's wood.
Yeah, so you get like a half margarita of 4 different ones. And I say they're like the fajita effect, that when it comes out, everyone turns and looks and then they start ordering them.
It's true.
Yeah. The other, I think it was during Mother's Day, we sold about 60 flights just in about 5 hours. So they
surprising.
become very popular with people.
Not surprising whatsoever. Now, when are you open? What are your days, hours?
We're open from Thursdays to Sundays. So Thursdays, like we don't open late. We're 5 to 9 on Thursdays, 5 to 11 on Fridays during the summertime, 1 to 11 on Saturdays, and 1 to 9 on Sundays. So we're very family friendly. We have games here that both big games like Connect 4 or Jenga outside that people play, but a lot of board games inside that get used a lot. So it's nice seeing a lot of people coming, especially on Sundays during the day or early dinner time, coming with their kids and playing the games and letting them kind of run, have fun a little bit while they're out for dinner.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then they're always going around and, can I pet your puppy?
And then mom and dad are getting the margaritas.
Exactly. Very
It's smart on their
family-friendly.
part.
Does it change? Is there any more days open during the summer?
During the summer, no, we stay
with the
true with
Thursday.
the Thursdays to Sundays. We had considered opening up on Wednesdays, but we do a lot of private events, or we do things like cocktail classes or sausage making classes, or just renting out the space from Monday to Wednesday.
Okay.
That we decided against that. And also, it's tough prepping for the restaurants or the food trucks for them to be prepping for more days as well. So they kind of gave their feedback as well, and we all decided, because it's very much, I look at us as all a team. It's not just the WindsorEats Food Hall, but we work together with the food trucks in trying to bring people here. And they gave their feedback, and we kind of agreed with them, saying, no, Thursday to Sunday is enough, and gives them opportunities to do their catering gigs and everything like that too.
I was very disappointed that I missed your drink making class you had.
We'll have more. We'll have more.
I know. I can't wait.
I just had to make a few tweaks of it. We gave a couple trial runs, and then I just have to make some tweaks to it, and then it'll be offered again. Maybe as a one-off, or just to fill some open dates that we may have, and put it in there. But I definitely want to do it. It's a lot of fun to show people what we're doing, but also to see them realize that they can make some pretty awesome drinks at home too.
Speaking of drinks, do you have a trailer to go on location?
We do. So
the little blue one.
We do. We have probably about 12 years ago, maybe a little more, we decided, we were doing some research, and we saw in Australia, it was extremely popular, that people were taking old campers or horse trailers and converting them into bars for events and weddings. And so we started looking, we converted an old 1973 Trillium camper into a mobile bar. And from what we can gather, pretty sure it was the first in Ontario, possibly Canada. There may have been one on the West Coast. But we transformed it into a mobile bar. We've rented it out for weddings. We travel the province with it, showcasing all the drinks from Windsor and Essex County at food and drink shows. So we've had a lot of fun with that trailer, and we revamped it. Gave it some 12 years old, right? It needed a little love, and we just recently did that, and now it's available for rent again for people.
Wow, you guys do everything here. That's why I love this place.
We definitely keep people on their toes with all the different things that we do, and we like being a little different. We always look at it, if someone else is doing something great, amazing. We don't need to do it. We want to be their cheerleaders and rah cheer them on and wish them all the success, and differentiate ourselves from what everyone else is doing. So we're always trying to find kind of an edge by doing things a little differently and kind of walking to the beat of our own drum. Exactly,
but you're also really heavily involved in the community, in this area, and this neighborhood, which is great. I love this neighborhood.
It's been nice, and sometimes I have to be reminded, it's only been 3 years that we've been here. And so I don't have patience. I'm always like, go, 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 go. We have to do this now. And then sometimes people will remind me, you've only been here for this little time and you've already achieved all this at the food hall. But we're big believers as well as, we want the love to spread in the community. So we are constantly out there trying to clean up our alley. Our entryway is in an alley, and we try to clean it up for the neighbors and for ourselves. We do host events in the alley as well. And so I know when we hosted the Electric Avenue Alley Party for each time, or no, actually for the first time last year, and we're going to be doing it again this year, we went to all the neighbors, literally like pulled all the weeds that were in their alleys, made it spotless for every single neighbor as well.
Oh, that's nice.
And murals have been put up in the alleyway. And then Denial brought his festival, the Free for All Walls Mural Festival, and used us as his headquarters. So he put more murals around, and we're really trying to make it a destination for people to come and see and get more feet and eyes in this little pocket, because not only are we in Little Italy, we're also in the McDougall Street corridor, which is rich in Windsor's Black history. The park right beside us, Alton C. Parker Park, has some history behind it as well. And so we really want as many people coming and seeing and enjoying that and learning the history in the city as well. And so it was nice to hear when places like Fog and Craft Heads decided they wanted to move here and be a part of it as well, because they're very like-minded individuals and businesses like my sister and I, and like WindsorEats. And so we've already been discussing when they finally open all the different events and things we want to do to kind of enhance that even more.
It's going to be so much fun because they're going to be like right next door.
Right next door. We can just look out from our garage door and wave. It looks, I know they've had some delays, but it looks like things are finally starting to move forward again, which is exciting I know they're probably more stressed and anxious about it than anyone, but I mean, I would say next is my sister Pina and I, as we're excited to have neighbors. We're a little bit of an island right now by ourselves, so to have other like-minded businesses beside us that we can send people to and work together with to draw more people to the neighborhood.
And events.
That's exciting.
Oh, yeah.
It's really exciting.
be fun. Now, whereabouts, we said it on Erie Street, it's 400 Erie Street?
400 Erie Street East, so we're just west of Howard Avenue, right across the street from New Beginnings.
And definitely make sure to follow on Instagram and Facebook.
At WindsorEats on all of them.
Yep.
We're old enough that we were able to, it was available on each and every one of those.
And then you have a website too?
We do, WindsorEats.com, and we're constantly, creating content and writing articles and everything, not just about ourselves, but about, other food and drink businesses or events happening as well. So we put it all on our website, obviously share them on our socials as well. I always recommend following us on each of them because we do keep it different on each channel, just to keep it fresh. Just to be selfish, but yeah, follow us
everywhere,
on every single thing imaginable,
and share it all,
all of it.
Thank you so much, Adriano. I appreciate it.
I really appreciate you having me here.
Oh, well, at your place,
at my place, but on the podcast.
And again, my name is Tracy Martins. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of YQG in Bloom. Make sure to follow me on all social media, as well as any of your YouTube or podcast places that you listen. Have a good one.